Uh, oh, I'm live. Am I? Yeah, I put the LSD lights on the webcam. I put them on. Oh yeah. Still got a crap picture. I know. So hello. I'm live on YouTube. And it's uh, high pressure over the UK. Nice during the day, warm sunshine, but rather chilly at night. So I've got my dressing gown on. I feel the cold. Now I'm on blood thinners. And I've got this problem, fluid retention. Oh, where is everybody? If nobody comes up, I'm just ending it. I'll end it short. Yeah. Light a fag up. I just put it on Facebook. I'm going live on YouTube. I don't know why I bother putting it up, because it doesn't make any difference. If anybody wants to join me, you have to go to my page on YouTube, Arthur J. Dale, subscribe to my page, and then join me. It's live broadcast. So, where is everybody? I've been watching Peter Frampton. His early days. Frampton. What's the name of the album? I used to have it. And he's got the talk box. His track, Do You Feel Like We Do? Speaks into a tube. Do you feel like we do? And what was his big hit? And I was feeling things in my head. I want you to show me the way. That's right, Peter Frampton. I want you to show me the way. Hello, Sam. Hello, Joey. How are you, you little bastard? Oi! I might know how to hide him behind a mirror. I let him out last Saturday, he won't go back in. He was out all fucking day from about 8 o'clock in the morning till nearly midnight. I thought he's bound to want just something to drink or eat. He will not go back in that cage. He lands on it, yeah, and sits on top of the cage falling asleep. So I followed him round. I wouldn't let him settle. I had to be careful he don't bite me. That's I'm on blood thinners. Yeah, and I followed him round. I wouldn't let him settle. In the end, he landed on the floor. So I dropped a small towel on him, just picked him up and put him back in his cage. Yeah, of course, Rebecca in Florida panics. He'll die. If you don't get anything to drink or eat, he'll die. Oh no. It's rather obese as it is. Little fat bastard. Aren't you? I can see you peeping at me from behind your little mirror. Yes. No, you're not die. So I've got this problem, fluid retention. And my tracky bottoms now, they're wet. The water's coming out of me, especially, well, both legs, but particularly the left leg. And it's wetting my tracksuit bottoms and the bedding. So I'm going to get a bath towel tonight and wrap it around my left leg, stop it from marking the bed. And then in the morning, I will go around to the walk-in surgery and see what they've got to say about it. No good people saying to me, hope your leg gets better. It's not going to at my age. I'm nearly 8. Well, I am 80 now, what we're talking about. I am 80, and it's a problem that a lot of people of my age group get. Of course, diabetes. Well, I'll get it sorted out, yeah, but it's not going to go away. It's eczema, my legs. Well, I can't show you my leg, and you don't want to see it anyway, it's a right fucking mess. The ulcers won't scab over because of the water. If my legs were dry, wounds scab, don't they? You get a scab on them. But as I'm losing water all the time, the scabs just come off. Yeah, let me drink my tea. So I'm losing that much water. I've got to keep the fluid level up. The time's getting on, yeah. I'll go to bed just after midnight. But we all have our cost to bear in this life. Now, I must apologise, Sam. I'll send that. I've still got that video, that recording you did. I'll send it to Andrew. Yeah, he wanted to hear it because he said you shouldn't call paranormal things fake when you believe in the fairy story about Jesus and his disciples with English sounding names. But you did say, didn't you, that in those days was Hebrew, and Matthew, you pronounce how it would have been pronounced in those days. Yeah. You do believe in the paranormal? Yeah. Well, there's some. You can't believe it, can you? Because it's very easy now on YouTube with Photoshop. It's very easy to fake things. So you're quite right. Yeah. Well, you have to believe in the paranormal. I mean, I've seen things that's appeared in front of me and then just disappeared. Well, there 1 minute, and I saw that person walk through the wall in Cyprus, as I've said before. Watched him walk across the room and it went straight through the wall. And it's a spirit of a young airman. And I found out later that a lot of young airmen had been killed in the beds by EOKA terrorists in Cyprus. So he could have been knifed in his bed. And he was lost. He didn't turn and look at me. He just walked across the room, went straight through the wall as though it wasn't there. So when you see something like that, and don't forget I was 21 then and I'm 80 now, but that sticks in your mind. We all have dreams, but when you wake up, the dreams, the harder you try to remember them, the faster they go from your mind. Yeah. Lost souls hanging around the earth. Yes, Sam. Yeah. You get lots of lost souls hanging around the earth still. They are taken suddenly, and also if they don't believe that there is life after death. Well, I mean, I do. No such thing as once you're dead, you're dead. No, it's the physical body that dies. The physical body, the soul, the spirit, the character, the personality, the person you are, move on to a different dimension once you get rid of the physical body, which is then either buried in the ground or cremated. Well, my body will be cremated. My sister Gladys has been buried in the ground because she was Mormon. And I don't want to be buried in the ground. I don't want my two children to stand over my grave crying, oh, Dad, do miss you. No, cremation, because I would not be here in physical form. Yeah, and beautiful lie. And I have said, haven't I, about my old schoolmate Michael. Shortly before he died, he told me he was floating in a dark void and slowly moving into a beautiful white light. And a voice said, Michael, go back. I said, was it male or female voice? He says, I don't know, it was just a voice. But he wanted to keep moving into this light. And the voice said again, Michael, go back. He said, I've come back to suffering. I said, you'll go into the light eventually, mate. And a couple of 3 days later, he passed away. He went into the light. And Michael was not a goodly person. He was promiscuous, extremely promiscuous. He robbed me, forged my signature. And I said to him, how could you do that to me, Michael? All the years I've known you, since school days. And I'm very sorry, Arthur. I said, you will be. I fucking curse you. Oh, don't say that. I said, I do. I curse you. I mean, that is something I would never do. Pinch somebody's checkbook and forge a signature. And I cursed him, and what happened? I shouldn't laugh. A year later, he'd gone. He suddenly contacted cancer of the esophagus. That's from the throat down to the stomach. And well, the thing is, don't curse me. If I curse you, I've been into the paranormal a long time. Not so much now, because I haven't got a car. Your dad's friend had a similar story, Sam. Yeah, Karma, Michael. Yeah, Karma. Pinched my checkbook, forged my signature, bought something. I said, how could you do that to me? I've known you ever since we went to school. I'm so sorry, Arthur. I said, yeah, you will be. I fucking curse you. Oh, don't say that. I said, I am. I'm saying it. I fucking curse you. And what happened? Oh, dear. Don't cross me, brothers and sisters. Karma. Karma is a wonderful thing, yeah. And good evening, Rob. Where are you? Yeah. I've got a new neighbour, Rob. Did you see? Sam, you won't cross me now, you better not. Yeah, I've got a new neighbour, Rob. She's moved out. Her that moaned about the bass. Fucking glad to see the back of her. And Joseph is a Black West Indian, and I'm very happy about that. I like the Black West Indians. In fact, yeah, I'm telling you, Rob, what's my new neighbour? Yeah, Joseph, a Black West Indian, elderly, and we've got another Black West Indian 2 doors away on the other side, Fitz, and he's a nice chap. Every month I see him, he holds his fist up, Hi, brother. He said that means respect, Yeah, so I've got Joseph on the side. And Joseph might like reggae music, and I do, with a deep bass. I do love reggae music. And I've not seen him to talk to him because he's in the process of moving in. Probably in a few days' time, he'll bring all his furniture around. And I'm always sat out there on my chair, and I should be sociable to him. Hey, morning, Joe, or Joseph. And when I drove the buses in the 60s, the trolley buses and the motor buses, I worked with all nationalities, and I do like the Black West Indians best. Dare I say it, I'm glad he's West Indian and not Muslim. Yeah, but anyway, I mustn't start slagging nationalities off. Oh, Joey's hiding behind his mirror, falling asleep. Shall I put the cover over you? You don't like it, If I cover him, he looks up and hisses. Yeah, but I mean, I haven't got the light on him at the moment. So if I hold the light up, all of a sudden my image on the screen. Yeah, what did you think of the video? Yeah, it was all right, weren't you? It was somebody else, weren't it? I noticed at the end he played the Dambusters March by Eric Coates, and that was controversial, when that came out because it ended up in court. You know, the Doris Day, the director of music, yeah. You know the Doris Day song, I'll never stop loving you, whatever else I may do. Same as the tune for the Dambusters. Da, 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 da. It went to court. They said that Eric Coates had pinched the music for I'll Never Stop Loving You that Doris Day sang. And it was settled anyway. And that is a great piece of music. And the organist played it at the end, didn't he, Rob? Yeah, yeah. And it was a good sound, but I do listen, Rob, through the Bose headphones. Now she's gone, I can play through the speakers. And what was the sound like? Yeah, through my Bose headphones, it was fine. But as you've also got Bose, haven't you? BOSE, and they are brilliant headphones. In fact, I've got two. Andrew gave me his because he's now got some others. I don't know what he's got. So I've got two Bose headphones. So I'm using the ones I've had for a long time. I bought two new pads, those pads that fit over the ear. You still got them, Rob? Yeah, 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 you have. And yeah, the sound's always good from that great organ, All Saints. As I'm sat here, the water's running down into my shoes. Let me take my shoes off. Fucking runs out my legs down into my shoes. Oh, dear. It's wetting me bloody shoes. Oh, yeah, well, Rob, you said you must remember to turn off the main speakers when you plug in the Bose. Yeah, well, when uh, I don't listen through my Bose headphones. I don't listen through the amp. I plug my Bose directly into the computer, so I don't get that problem because I don't have the speakers on anyway. Well, in fact, I don't have the amp on, the amplifier on my Denon amp. I just plug the Bose directly into the computer. Mm. Yeah, I do. And this is my second cup of tea because tonight, when is our social evening, and this is my second cup of tea I've had since I came up. We finished about 9:15, and I'm losing that much fucking water out of my legs, getting a bit thirsty. And oh yeah, your mother. Yeah, people can complain, can't they, about loud music, and my neighbour, yeah, and she would complain about the bird as well. I heard her out there on the balcony when Joey was whistling. She says, heard her say that bloody bird, or was it that damn bird? I thought, shut up, you miserable cow. But anyway, she's gone. And I've got Joseph, the Black West Indian. I'm quite happy about it. Sam, yeah, she was complaining she was Sam. And when I played music through my Fisher studio speakers, made her pots vibrate. I won't say about my sister because she's now passed away. My sister used to live in the flat above me, and him that lives in the flat above me now, I never hear him. Yeah, have been. She must have been a complainer, she was. But I don't know, who is it above me now? I think his name's Dennis. He's got a Volkswagen car. But he don't complain about me because I don't play music through the speakers. I use these Bose headphones all the time because they're such good headphones. Right. So what else has happened? Oh yeah, next year we were talking about the holiday last week, and Andrew had to do everything because Andrew had to do everything, and my daughter said, "Well, next year arrange the holiday, and I'll come with you." So that would be nice for me, a holiday with my two adult children, my daughter Anne and son Andrew. And thinking that won't be left to Andrew. I mean, I can't. I feel hopeless, and I hated leaving everything to Andrew. But I've got no stamina. So next year will be nice. Been a beautiful day there, Sam. Has it? It is here, yeah. High pressure. During the day, the sun, and this weekend is drawing some heat up from the south, but ex-hurricane Umberto is going to end our tropical summer. Next week, it won't be nice. Yeah, it'd be nice for me and my two adult children, Anne and Andrew, of course. Anne, she often says to me, "God, you and your precious Andrew." Well, Andrew came down to me in Somerset, and we spent a hell of a lot of time together. My daughter, she shacked up with Dave from Birmingham, Brummy Dave. You are the Dave? And she's got children and grandchildren. And Anne's not like Andrew. She's firmly got her feet planted firmly on the ground. She works for E.ON, the energy suppliers. I phone her at night and she don't answer. And then eventually she phones us and said, "You've had your fucking phone on silent, haven't you?" She says, "I have to put it on silent, Dad, when I'm at work." I said, "Well, take it off silent then. As soon as you finish work." She says, "I forget, right?" I said, "Yeah, all right." Yeah. It was cold. It's all right for you. You got a coat of feathers. Poor Daddy's cold. Wait, talking to you. Come out from behind that mirror. No, he's not. Look, he's got a little mirror hanging, and he hides behind it. If it's cold, put the heating on. Oh, can't afford that. God, do you think I've won the lottery? I'm not putting the heating on. No, I've got that red fleece look, a thermal vest, red fleece, and this thick black dressing gown with a white hood. Yeah, I feel the cold. I never used to, but my blood now is piss thin. But it's a drug called apixaban. You can have either warfarin, but if you have warfarin, you have to keep going back for blood tests, and I hate needles. And they gave me the drug tablets called apixaban, and it thins the blood. So I will not be having a stroke because my blood won't clot. It's thin, but I have to be careful if I cut myself, or like if Joe were to bite me. Look like an Eskimo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was all right for you, Rob. You're young. Yeah, you wait till you get to my age. How old are you? Not sure. In your 30s, aren't you? I think you are. Yeah, well, I'm 80, don't forget. 37. Oh, I got that right. I didn't insult you. I did on the convoy, during the miners' strike. this bloke said, "How old do you think I am, Arthur?" I looked at him. I said, "About 43." He says, "Cunt, you're in his late 20s." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I looked at the bags under his eyes and the deep lines. He was most upset. Because I said, people don't ask me to guess how old because I usually end up upsetting people. Don't ask me to guess how old somebody is. So I got Rob right, 37. Yeah. (1981). Oh, of course, yeah, and Rob 1981, that's right. Some people do look older than they actually are. I mean, I'm 80. People are very nice and say, "Well, you don't look 80." Well, I might not look it, I fucking feel it. What with the ailments I've got. And of course, smoking, well, people say, "Oh, smoking's not good for you. You ought to pack it in." Does it matter at my age? Like my oldest brother, who died at the hospital. He'd lost his legs and his fingers, and he'd just got a thumb and stub of his first finger. He'd say, "Light as a fag up arch." And I used to light it for him and hold it up to his lips. And a doctor walked by. He said to him, "What have I told you, Mr. Dell, about smoking?" And Bill said, "Well, I'm fucking dying, aren't I? So what difference does it make?" The doctor says, "Yeah, fair enough." And he walked on. Sam, I'm not young. Bollocks. Don't give me that bullshit. I'm not young. Bleeding elderly. Don't flatter. I don't like flattery, Sam. I'm not still young at all. But, I've still got my faculties. I'm getting a little bit dizzy. Yeah. But, to be expected. So many people are going down with Alzheimer's, senile dementia, but so many people are going down with Parkinson's disease. The singer Linda Ronstadt, the singer Neil Diamond, and a lot of people going down with Parkinson's. And main symptoms with Parkinson's is shaky hand. Your hands shake. Yeah. So I'm lucky that I've still got my faculties, but of course I do spend a lot of time on this computer. I thought I was doing a quiz tonight at our social evening, but I got it wrong. Mark did it, so I've got to do one for next Wednesday. So I want some general knowledge questions, 20 I've got to compile, and it's no good giving me questions, Sam, about America. Mark, yeah. Gay Mark. It's no good giving me questions about America. You can give me a couple, I'll say, what at the court? Well, Paul weren't at the social evening tonight. No, he said his sisters, but he got to look after his sisters, something like that. And Jeanette's moving. And she's supposed to put cream on my legs. I better watch it because she might come on. If she sees I'm live, she could come on here. Well, she has been putting cream on my legs, but she's moving out. So I'm making arrangements to get somebody else to put it on. And I want them to let me pay them because it comes out of my care allowance. That's what I get care allowance for. My niece, Sue, who needs the money, she comes here every Tuesday and cleans this place. And I pay her well, 20 quid, and I give her a dozen eggs. And the 20 quid comes out my care allowance. And I'm always treating her, give her the extra five and every now and again. And yeah, Jeanette's moving out. I've got a new neighbour, Joseph, the Black West Indian. And we have a social evening every Wednesday. Such a good granddad. Yeah, I suppose I'm a granddad. Well, I'm a great granddad. God. Yeah. I've got great grandchildren now. But I never see them. Because they live on the other side of Nottingham. Yeah. I'm a stranger to them. If they see me, only little Oscar, your grandson Lee's got a lovely little boy, Oscar. He says, "Hello, great granddad." He's lovely. Yeah. Children are our future. Mind you, what kind of future in this country? Let's say Boris Johnson is voted in. Yeah, sad. I don't see him, but I don't get involved in their problems because they do have problems. Oh, what's that? Hello? Yeah. Is the sound all right? Yeah, I've got something jumping up and down, but the sound don't seem all that loud. Can you hear me okay? I suppose you can. It's fine. Oh, the sound is fine. Yeah. Well, I'm not too far away from the mic. Given to me by two friends a long time ago, and it's a professional type microphone. It's only a thin thing, but it's a good microphone. I've had it a long time, and I'm not too far away from it, so the sound should be good, even though the picture's crap. I know it is. I need a new webcam. James told me which one to buy, £50 odd. Oh my God. But I'm going to have to get a new one. You can hear me okay as well, Sam? Yeah. So the sound is okay, even though the picture's rubbish. I mean, I can lift that light, but as I say, if I do, that happens, look. It's too bright. I've got the lights on the webcam. I think they call them LSD lights, don't they? 3 each side. Yeah. Well, Shane's not joined us tonight. He normally does. Shane from Torquay. Paul, Rob, Paul in Denby. He sometimes joins me, occasionally. Not his wife Larry though. No, she don't. But Paul does. Yeah. Although he's never on long, just hello, how are you, and that's it. But I do like Paul. He's a gentleman. I've always liked Paul. I've met him 2 or 3 times. Paul Humphreys I'm talking about. Not Paul here at the court. God, he's a right dappy bastard. Poor Paul. I do slag him off. But he's very insecure, He said, thanks wouldn't go amiss. I said, Paul, damn well I appreciate everything you do for me. I can't manage without you. Thank you very much. Right, thank you. All right. But he wants me to keep thanking him because he's very, very insecure. Paul Humphreys, good guy, yeah. But Paul Moody at the court, yeah, not here tonight. He didn't come down the social evening. But Julie, young Julie, lives a few doors away from me. There's a side of Fitz, the West Indian, and she brought some nice little cobs down tonight. Ham. I've got them wrapped up in the kitchen. I shall have them in the morning for breakfast before I go around the surgery, which I've got to go around tomorrow morning. I must get out of that bed. But what does me, last night I was snoozing at this time, woke up just before midnight. So, of course, I lay in bed wide awake. Tonight I'm awake because I'm on here. And, so once I get in bed, hopefully I'll wrap a towel around me leg that's leaking water, fluid. It's not smelly though. One thing, the water that's coming out, it's not got an evil smell, which is just as well. I think I looked on Google and it said it's sterile. The water that comes out is sterile. So if it smelled bad, I'd be in trouble. but it don't smell bad. It's just water. See what it is. Nurse told me, the district nurse. If you've got a strong heart, the fluid goes down into your legs and comes back up and circulates around your body. But with me having a weak heart, it poor kidney function goes down into my legs and stays there. I got it leaking out of the ulcers on my leg because I've got a bad case of eczema. I've got all the creams. Yeah. I'm going to rub some on tonight before I go to bed. Right. If you keep commenting, it gives us something to talk about. But if you don't comment, I'm liable to dry up. Unlike, I mean, people say that I talk a lot. Poor you. Yeah, well, now I'm all right, mate. Don't worry about me. So, I mean, I'm not fucking dying. I mean, Andrew fusses around me like a mother hen. I said, Andrew, I'm not fucking dying, you know. Well, I care about your dad. I said, yeah, I know you do, don't. But since I lost his mother, him and Anne lost their mother, and they are arranging a holiday next year. Well, I tell you what I'm going to do, you two, Sam, Rob, the RAF Association, who gave me the mobility scooter, the orthopedic double bed, and that adjustable chair behind me. They said, if I need anything else to make life more comfortable, don't hesitate to ask. So I'm going to ask them for something, and I know they'll give it me. Yeah, I've got life in me, yeah. I'm going to ask them, I want a wheelchair that's got big spokes each side. I'm going to sneeze. A wheelchair that's got a steel hoop each side, and you can wheel yourself. I'll look it up on the internet, find out what kind of wheelchair I need, and it's collapsible. You can fold it up, put it in the boot of your car. Yeah, I served my country in the RAF, although it was in peacetime, but at least I served the country, yeah. And the RAF Benevolent Fund or RAF Association have been very good to me. And they will give me the wheelchair I'm asking for, because my feet are getting very bad. A lot of people here has noticed that I walk very slow with a crutch, and that wheelchair, I can wheel myself. It'll get some exercise around my shoulders. So I'm going to ask the RAF Association. I'll send them an email and, be polite. So it would help me very much if I could get one of them wheelchairs. Just let them know exactly what I want, and they'll give it me. Yeah, because that film. Well, I know Sam would have watched it. I don't, and Rob wouldn't. If he's not a fucking organ, Rob's not interested. The film Bruce Lee, the Bruce Lee story with Jason Scott Lee. Jason Scott, what's his name? Jason. He played Bruce Lee, and Bruce, he ended up in hospital. He got one of them wheelchairs where he used to wheel himself. Yeah, they do treat the veterans well. Jason Scott, no, not Key. What's his name? Is Jason Scott. Jason. Anyway, Jason played Bruce Lee in the film Bruce Lee story. Wonderful soundtrack by Randy Edelman. And Randy Edelman, American pianist, singer, his big hit was Uptown, Up-Tempo Woman. I'm a downtown derby guy. And he did the theme music for the Bruce Lee story. Right, I'm waffling. That'll come to me. Anyway, Joe, I think I better cover him up. He's probably. No, you don't watch many movies. No, you don't. You're only interested in fucking church, aren't you? Yeah, the bleeding church. Yeah, oh, don't take a notice of me. The lady tonight, she was supposed to be moving out. I've been getting on to her. I said, first you ain't moving out, then you're not, then you are, then you're not. And she said tonight, you're going to moan at me again. I said, oh, don't take, the name's Charlene. I said, don't take a notice of me, Charlie. I said, old men do moan along. Yeah, well, there are some good movies. My favourite, of course, is Apollo 13. Tom Hanks had played the astronaut. What was his name? I can't remember. No. Fucking chair again. I've took my shoes off. I still feel the tracksuit bottom, the bottom of my left leg is wet through again. What's his name? The astronaut. Apollo 13. Jim Lovell! Yeah, Tom Hanks played him. Tom Hanks is such a fine actor. I liked him as Captain Phillips. But you don't watch films, Sam, and you don't, Rob. I say, if you've not got a fucking organ in it, you're not interested. But I'm digging at you both. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be me if I didn't dig, would it? And this is keeping me awake, which is good, because I don't want to fall asleep. I can do, because I sleep better in this computer chair. No, I do dig, you know damn well I do. Sam. Yeah, let me have another fag. Fucking it. I'll smoke myself to death. Smoking seriously harms you and others around you. Bollocks. If it's that bad, ban them. But they won't, because they're raking a huge amount of revenue. Whatever government's in power here in the UK, whether it's Conservative or Labour, they're raking a huge amount of revenue from smokers. Well, I'm preaching to you that smoking is bad for you. If they banned them, there'd be a big hole in the Chancellor's. When I know you used to smoke some, you quit, didn't you? You're at yours, I mean, who's that? Every time I get a notification on Facebook, it comes up in the corner of the screen. Get off. No Shane tonight. No, I wonder what's happened to him. All right, Joey, I'll cover you up. Because you want to go to B-Buys, don't you? 1990s. Time for Betty B-Buys. For good little dicky birds. Aren't you lucky having me to look after you? I change your water, didn't I? You've got plenty of seed, cuttlefish, millet. In fact, you're eating too fucking much. You're getting fat. What's up with that? So, of course, he never, at this time of night, you never hear him. He's looking to have me. Yes, he is. Yes, Sam. Lots of people are dying from vaping here in the US. Yeah, I've seen that. Well, the latest thing I've heard, the government are going to ban those vapes. Uh, Andrew was using one, but he's gone back to cigarettes, and it's affecting that vaping is affecting people's lungs, and people in America are dying. Yeah, so our government ought to ban them. So is Donald Trump going to ban them in your country? Eh? Yeah. And I like Donald Trump, the same as I like Boris Johnson. We should get out of Europe. It was Ponce, Teddy Heath, Edward Heath, who took us into Europe, at that time called the Common Market. Because now, in this country, you can't get anything made in England or made in the UK. Everything is made in fucking China, Taiwan. And yeah, I like Donald Trump. Of course, he's an ex-businessman. He was a businessman, weren't he? Yeah, no, Sam. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I like Trump. Oh, Hillary Clinton, fucking hell, she's corrupt. Same as her husband, Bill Clinton. As for Obama, oh Christ, disaster he was with his wife Michelle, more muscle than he has. Of course, Joan Rivers, the comedian, she was lovely. Well, she was great. She didn't care who she upset, and she said that Obama's wife was a tranny, but she died under suspicious circumstances. They need to get rid of her. They needed to get rid of Joan, but Joan was knocking on anyway. She was not in good health, but she had a wicked tongue. Joan Rivers. Right, Rob seems to have disappeared. Joan was great, yeah. She was very wicked, sniping at the stars. But some of them need to be sniped at. Yeah. But she's gone anyway. Yes, I want a webcam that's going to fit on top of the monitor. The webcam I'm using, it sits on top of the screen there. Well, on top of the monitor. And I can adjust it. And I will get a new webcam. Joan had lots of plastic surgery. Yes, she did. Yeah. Anyway, what time is it? 23:39. Right, I think I'll probably leave it to that, mate. Rob's Rob's disappeared, and I think I'll end this live stream and go and make another cup of tea. I know if I could keep drinking tea, it's coming out of my legs, but I've got to keep my fluid level up because I mustn't get dehydrated. Yeah, Joey's gone to sleep. I've covered him up. And I wish you a very good night. Tea's good and healthy, yeah. Right, I will send, you'll probably get that tea. I'm going to send it Christmas with a Christmas card. Twinings. Twinings make good tea. So that's it, Sam. All the very best, mate, from the UK. Let me end this live stream. I'll finish my fag first. Take care. Much love. I like to hear you say from the United States of America, because with your American accent, sounds good. So I'm going to end the stream and say all the best. Bye.